walking through the fire, shadows on your name. Every scar you carry tells you not to be ashamed. The journey isn't easy, but your soul is worth the fight. Every step you're taking pulls you closer to the light. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? When you have an awakening, it's just the beginning. It takes a lot more than you think, so don't stop your healing. Don't stop your healing. People may not see it, the battles that you face, but breaking down the old walls makes a stronger place. You don't have to hurry, healing has its pace. Even in the silence, love will find its space. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? When you have an awakening, it's just the beginning. It takes a lot more than you think, so don't stop your healing. Don't stop your healing. Keep going, keep growing, even when the pain is showing. Keep rising, keep fighting, your spirit's flame is never dying. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? When you have an awakening, it's just the beginning. It takes a lot more than you think, so don't stop your healing. Just keep going, keep going. Breathe in, let it flow. You're stronger than you know. Every ending starts again. The healing never ends. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep growing. This is the life you're owning. Don't stop your healing, no, you're just beginning. So keep going. Welcome to the midnight tide, where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown, on a journey you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost, with tales that chill and spirits roam. A freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Welcome to the midnight tide, where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown, on a journey you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost, with tales that chill and spirits roam. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show.
The engine is starting up.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Riff Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Go. There it is. What is up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan,
And this is Rhonda
and welcome to the final show.
of 2025.
Yes, and it exactly is our 1 year anniversary.
Is it?
Yes, today.
That's cool. That's
I mean, it may not be the exact day, but I think our first show was the one after Christmas, so
awesome.
close enough. Our 1 year anniversary on the Rift Nation Network. So
Very cool.
it's been a fun year, and we got some good stuff coming up for you in 2026. So don't you guys worry. We're not going anywhere.
Don't think 2025 was it.
No. We're just getting started. How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good.
That's good. I little funny story to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know if it's funny, but it's just, it is what it is. I got Angie a juicer
Oh,
for Christmas.
cool.
I know, super romantic. I know. But I could have sworn she said she wanted a juicer. So I got her one for Christmas. And I'm like, okay, we'll just make our own orange juice.
Right.
Be healthy. We bought 8 oranges and a bag of cuties, bag of little clementines.
Oh,
today
yeah.
at the grocery
Yeah.
store.
I eat those all the time.
And we were gonna, make a bunch of juice. We used all 8 oranges, and like 3 or 4 of those cuties, we only made like 2 glasses of orange juice.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we're gonna be making juice all the time. It is such a waste of money.
No,
Because
it takes like 6 to 8
takes a
oranges just to make one glass.
Yeah. Unless you have an orange tree growing in your house, you're better
Hey,
off
did you
going out.
get a juice press or a juicer?
I got a juicer,
Okay.
like a Black and Decker.
Okay.
Little thing, it turns. You put the orange on.
Okay. Yeah,
It
that's an
turns,
actual
yes,
juicer,
yeah.
not just a press. Because some people
No.
will get the press and think it's a juicer, and it's like, no, that's just a press.
No. It was a juicer. So my idea of just being healthy and drinking fresh orange juice every day probably is not going to happen. I may have
do
to.
it. It just takes a lot.
Yes. I may have to grow an orange
I was
grove.
gonna say
in
you
my-
might do better if you lived in Florida.
Yeah. I think my plan may not work out the way I thought it would, but yeah, it's can't believe this is the last show of the year.
Yeah, I know.
I know, it's crazy. It went by so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. The
It just-
time between Christmas and New Year's just flies.
It really does. Really does. Feels like just yesterday we're over here talking to Holly about Christmas sex positions, and now we are on here talking about tarot card readings for 2026.
That's right. It was just yesterday.
We have got a lot of people who would like reading, so I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest on so
Yep,
we can get
I'll start
started
the list.
with the fun stuff. We will be at the Hanover Paracon.
Yes, we will.
We were actually, I talked to Steve, and we're having a bunch of people come on the last Monday of the month, not this month, obviously, but January, to talk about the Hanover Paracon. We've got Chris and Beth Houlihan coming on from Haunts of Richmond.
Nice.
We've got a bunch of people coming on. Tiffany Jones coming back on to talk about it, and some other people that Steve's setting up for us. So We will definitely be
That's
there. And
awesome.
we'll be talking about it on the 27th of January. So you don't want to miss that show. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So here we're going to bring Dana on the show from Divination by Dana. Definitely go check her page out. Give her a like, follow her, and yeah, give her some business for sure. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hey, Dana.
How's everyone?
Wow. I want to thank you so much for coming on here this past year and doing all these readings for us. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, I've enjoyed it so much. Like, you have no idea. I love connecting to people and giving readings and just sharing my gift. It's one of my favorite things.
Awesome. So you'll see her. So you're going to come back next year.
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right. You heard it here first, guys. She'll be back next year for readings.
And I have a fun spread tonight. The one thing that everybody does this time of year is try to come up with a New Year's resolution, something they're going to stick to, something that is going to work for them, or sometimes they just give up on their New Year's resolutions because they don't stick to them and they've just given up on them. Well, I am doing a New Year's Eve good resolution spread. So it's going to give them a little bit of insight on what they should carry forth for the next year, what they should leave behind, what their heart says, what their head says, and a little glimpse into what 2026 is going to offer them to kind of get them on the track of not only what 2026 is going to give them, but help them, guide them in the resolution that's best for them spiritually.
Perfect. I love
Awesome.
that.
I am wondering what the theme is going to be this time, because every time you come on, we have a general theme going. So interesting to see where the cards kind of lead, you know?
Exactly. Especially because I couldn't find my Philly deck. My house is chaos right now. So I'm using one of my other favorite decks, my Alice in Wonderland deck, or Wonderland in Tarot deck. And this deck is a little nicer. It's a little less Philly, but it still tells the messages very clearly. So let's see if a different deck gives us different themes.
That works.
Sounds good. So do you want to get started?
Yeah. When I was shuffling the deck, I had a flyer. So I don't know who this is for. Could be for me, could be for someone out there that I'm going to read for. But I got the impression that 2026 is going to be a year of the crossroads for someone out there. It's going to be a year of tough decisions and just dropping one of the two swords that you're holding in your hand. So I don't know who that message is for. It could very well be for me, but I guess we'll see. Get started.
All right, we've got Teresa first.
Right, Teresa. All right.
Happy New Year, Courtney.
Happy
Woohoo!
New Year, Courtney.
All right. So for Teresa, what do you want to take forward from this year, from 2025? We want to take forward the pausing that you've been in. This, like, the hangman is usually like, when you see a hangman, you're thinking, oh, that man is hanging there, that he's stuck. But it's really a time of spiritual reflection. It's a time where you can't move forward and you can't move back. You just have to stay in the now and reflect on things so that when you are ready, you can move forward. So you need to take forward into 2026 that spiritual reflection, not the feeling of stuckness, but what you're learning by being still. What do you want to leave behind in 2025? Well, I feel like we need to, like, the way it's communicated to me is that we need to leave behind the hustle, the overdoing, the overexerting yourself, the burning yourself out, and all of the things. It looks like maybe you're doing a lot to try to bring fortune into your household, but you're not allowing yourself to rest. Trust the seeds that you have planted and let what you have planted grow. You don't need to stress because things are coming your way. Now, card number 4, what is the hardest thing about keeping it? Oh, card number 3, what should your New Year's resolution be? Your New Year's resolution should be embrace the change. You've got the death card. Death doesn't always mean death. It means change. So your New Year's resolution should be embrace the change, let the change flow, and let the change happen. What will be the hardest thing about keeping this resolution is going to be you have so much to carry and so many people that depend on you. And carrying everybody's burdens on your back is going to make it really hard to embrace the change, because when you're carrying a lot on your back, we like structure, we like routine, we kind of get rigid because it's easy. So you're going to have to learn to put down some of the burdens so that you can embrace the change and really bring in 2026. Now, card number 5, how does your heart advise you to have a good year ahead? We've got the King of Swords. So I read reversals as blockages, and it seems to me that your heart is advising you to sit in your power and understand your strength and your intellect, but maybe learn when to speak and when to be silent. Now, card number 6 is, how does your head advise you? Your head is advising you that even though it might feel like there is a struggle, or even though you might perceive yourself as struggling, you're really not. So just understand when your heart gets emotional, when you feel like you're really struggling and stuff, that you need to take a step back and understand that things aren't as heavy as the emotion it seems it is. Allow yourself to give yourself a reality check. And card number 7, what is your as yet unknown future? I'm seeing partnership. I'm seeing things coming together. I'm seeing people being able to assist you with helping carry your burdens. And then we'll do a wild card to also see what 2026 is going to bring. Okay. Don't allow yourself to ruminate in 2026. 2026 is a year to get out of your head and have a clear mindset. And that kind of goes back to the hangman in the beginning, because when that hangman is having that moment of clarity, it's because he's getting out of his head. So for me, I hope that helps in showing what 2026 is going to bring you and what you should leave behind in 2025. Oh, thank you, Teresa.
Sounds like 2026 is going to be a good year for Teresa.
Yeah.
Yes. And then don't mind me, I'm obsessively trying to make sure that I don't put these cards together because we know I get repeaters a lot. And I always question, did I shuffle enough?
All right. We have next is Emily Warner.
All right. Whoa.
Let's say they're jumping out for Emily.
Yeah, but I can't trust them when they come out in clumps. I could just be a bad shuffler. That was a flyer. All right. All right. So, Emily, year 2026, New Year's Eve, good resolution spread. Card number 1. What do you want to take forward with you in from 2025 to 2026? We want to take that feeling of emotional fullness that we may have received, because I'm getting the impression that 2025 was kind of an up and down year for you, but there were points in the year where you felt emotionally full, and the ability to offer people hospitality, whether that means welcoming them into your home or just giving good hospitality in general, whether it be good manners, being welcoming, things like that, like emotional hospitality, things like that. That positive, loving, heartful mindset that you had at some point in 2025, we want to carry that over to 2026 because it's really going to help you out. Now, card number 2, what do you want to leave behind in the old year? It looks like you had a lot of weight on your shoulders, and it looks like there was something mentally that was weighing a lot on you. You had some heavy decisions to make. You were going through some rough stuff. You want to leave the heaviness of those decisions, that baggage behind. That weight is not going to carry over well into 2026. And you also want to keep in mind that if you feel any guilt or regret about any decisions that you had to make, and I feel like these were decisions that you had no choice, you had to make, that's no longer serving you. Make peace with it and move forward into 2026. Now, what should be your New Year's resolution? Your New Year's resolution should be to not hold on to the things that don't serve you so tightly, and to allow energy to come more freely to you. The pentacles usually, like, a lot of times represent money. They represent your physical health, your home, your stability, your health, your wealth, your happiness, all of the things in the physical world. If you are holding on to something really tightly, like if you're in a situation where you are wondering whether or not you should move, don't hold on to that too much. Try to look at that from another perspective. If you're in a situation where you're holding on to money too much because you're scared of, losing it or being financially insecure, it's okay to hold on to it, but don't be a spendthrift about it. I feel like there's emotional ties that you're holding on to too. And I'm almost wondering if you need to do a cord cutting or something to start 2026 fresh. Now, what should your New Year's resolution be? Oh, hold on. What's the hardest thing about keeping this New Year's resolution? Well, that's going to be your own mind. That's going to be your anxiety and the obsessiveness in your thoughts. So I would definitely take some steps to work on that, however you see fit. I mean, whether it's meditation, going for walks, journaling, getting a therapist, seeking support in friends or family, whether that's changing your diet or taking more supplements, working out, like just do something to address that. You don't have to go the standard conventional route of a therapist if you don't want to, but go something along the mental health route. Now, card number 5 is how does your heart advise you to have a good year ahead? Your heart is advising you not to juggle too much, to take it slow, focus on one thing at a time, put one foot ahead of the other, and just move with 2026 with the rhythm that it is going to give you, and don't fight it. Now, card number 6, does your head advise you? Your head is advising you to seek stability and to be grateful for that stability and to just kind of find your safe space, your serenity in that stability. And card number 7 is what is 2026, what is unknown about 2026's future, or something you can expect from the 2026's future, is the Hanged Man. So 2026 is going to give you a moment where you might feel stuck, but it is actually an opportunity to breathe and to seek guidance from your heart, your head, your soul, your collective, the divine, whatever you want to call it. It's going to allow you to seek guidance from there. And then the wild card for 2026, to give us a little bit more what 2026 is going to bring, is the 8 of Swords. So one big thing that I want you to understand going into this year is that if you feel stuck, if you feel trapped, look for the most obvious answer of the way out. Don't over complicate it. Keep it simple. And you should be fine.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. Next will be Lois.
Okay. This room is getting crowded.
Everyone wants
No,
to
I
read
mean
it.
this room is getting
Oh, okay.
crowded.
Yeah, I did.
Are the chats in there?
I think it's just this time because I did a reading for someone Saturday, and it was just wild.
Oh, it means
The
spirits.
energy and everything around was just wild.
You're on
So
fire.
thank you. So earlier today, I was on my lunch break, and my husband, his job let him go early today because they were doing inventory and they were pretty much done, and there was nothing left to do. And I'm on my lunch break, and we're sitting here talking, and he had been working on his music, but he didn't have anything really like on in the computer, and he was out of the room. Out of nowhere, YouTube turned on and started playing Thanks for the Memories. A couple second clip, shut off, and then turned back on again. None of the cats were in the room. There was no way that this YouTube would have just turned itself on. And I got the sense of spirit in my home, a male spirit. But they weren't really showing me anything because I didn't have time to tap in. And now I'm thinking, what is that message? Is that something for 2026, or 2025? Thanks for the memories, or is someone just saying thank you for the memories when I was alive? Crazy. And now my room's getting crowded. All right, who's next?
Lois.
Lois. Oh, you already told me that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we have YouTube Visionary, Eric. You're on the list.
You want to see what to do in 2026? There goes one.
Yep.
That thing flew out.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I usually have my computer on so you guys can't see the flyers, but today I had to use my phone because I'm a chaotic mess. And you get to see them today. All right, Lois. So your New Year's resolution spread is, what do we want to take forward from, what do we want to bring from 2025 to 2026? We want to take a moment to learn to pick our battles and learn when to put the sword down. I feel like you have had a hell of a year and it wasn't your fault. I feel like life was lifing and you didn't have any control of it. But I also feel like there were people who were unnecessarily fighting you on everything. And you fought back because that's in your nature to do. Like, you're not going to just sit back and take it. We need to learn the lesson that it is okay to pick our battles and it is okay to put down the sword when the fight is no longer worth fighting. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. Now, what do you want to leave behind in the old year? Well, we want to leave behind holding on to things that no longer serve us too tightly. We've got the Four of Pentacles again. So anything that is involving the earthly realms, like your health, your wealth, your happiness, things like that, that you might be holding on too tightly. And I'm also getting that you're holding on to emotional ties too tightly, and that it's time to cut the strings from those who don't serve you anymore. Just let it go. Now, what should your New Year's resolution be? You should just focus on having the most positive, happy year that you can have because you have the sun in your favor. The sun is shining on you. Just focus on positivity. I'm going to say mental health, emotional healing. Like this is the focus. This should be your healing hour. And what'll be the hardest thing about keeping your resolution is manifesting emotions that are going to come up. So we're going to need to learn how to regulate ourselves, regulate our emotions to stop them from getting in the way of our happiness and our positivity. How does your heart advise you to have a good year ahead? Well, your heart is advising you that there is going to be more beyond the horizon. Things aren't as they seem. The mountains always look really high until you start climbing them, and then it's just like walking up a road. So you're going to have more on the horizon. Now, what is your head advising you? Your head is advising you that strength doesn't always come from brute force or loud words or strong backbone, although strong backbone is a definite sign of strength, but it doesn't always come from those things. Sometimes strength comes from gentleness, strength comes from wisdom, strength comes from being soft-spoken and being able to have compassion and things like that. Now, what is something that you can expect in the future of 2026? That is, you can expect to reignite your passions. You can expect to get good news that is going to spark your fire in your soul and get you just motivated again. You could also expect to fall in love with life again, fall in love with yourself again. Maybe I hate doing love readings, but there's also the possibility that you might fall in love with a person or fall back in love with a person that you fell out of touch with. You have a lot of good things that are coming in 2026. And then the wild card. You got 2 wild cards. Everything that you've been worrying about in 2025 is going to even itself out. The scales are going to even. Things are going to, the craziness, like the only way I can describe it is all of this that's coming at you is going to finally go like this. And again, you are going to have more good things on your horizon. So 2026 looks like a very good year for you.
All right. Next, we have Nathan Hardestar, and then I'm going to read who else I have. So if you're not on the list, let me know. After Nathan, we've got Agatha, Sharon, Michelle Wilfong, Kevin, Betgirl, the Visionary, Eric J.
I love that I get repeat requests from people.
People get excited when you come on the show. I'm not gonna lie. You have a lot. You have a lot of fans here on the show.
That
You
makes
like
me
to-
so happy. All right, you said it was Nathan next?
Yep.
All right, just making sure my brain isn't mush after a busy day at work. Well, we had our first flyer.
Your first fire?
Flyer.
No, flyer. Oh, I was gonna
Yeah, I
say.
barely had to shuffle for that one. That one just wanted to be known. It was like, I am here.
Hello.
All right. So, what we're taking forward from 2025 into 2026 is partnership, working together, emotional fulfillment. You have people in your life who are willing to coordinate and work with you, support you, and help you to move forward. Recognize those people and move forward with that. Card number 2, what do you want to leave behind in 2025? Well, you've battled 2025 and you made it through. You were battling and you had the upper hand. But what I'm feeling that you want to leave behind is that how do I word this? So when we have a year like that, where just shit's coming at us left and right, what we want to do is we want to stay and fight, and we stay on high alert. Like our body goes into fight and flight mode. Our nervous system is activated and we need to just like find a way to decompress. What you need to move forward and leave behind is you want to allow yourself to rest, and you want to just move forward. You want to teach your nervous system to relax so that you no longer feel like you constantly have to battle. You have the upper hand, remember that, but don't feel like you always need to fight. Now, what your New Year's resolution should be, this is the year of healing for you. You are going to have some challenges with your healing because you do have a little bit of blockage there, but your focus needs to be on healing. And the hardest thing about keeping that is I got the feeling you're a workaholic. And I get the feeling that you just are so focused on your goals and what you need to accomplish that you forget about you. So you need to remember this is the year of healing. This is not the year of the hustle. Now, your heart is going to advise you to help you have a good year, to celebrate more, to be mindful of who you let in to your life, but also don't be so closed off that you don't allow anybody into your life, because there are people who are going to come into your life that are going to be reason to celebrate, and they are going to celebrate your successes and help you move forward. Now, your head, on the other hand, is going to remind you that while your nervous system is still activated and you feel like you're struggling, you are safe. It is time to heal. And the unknown of the future in 2026 is, again, we've got the 4 of Swords. This is a time of rest, rejuvenation, and healing. 2026 is your healing era. You are the second person tonight that got the healing era. And another message for 2026 is be mindful of juggling too much. You are going to have to juggle some this year, but you need to focus on your healing. So don't get so caught up in the flow and the hustle of life that you forget to take care of yourself, because this is your year to heal. Wow, it's crowded in here. I'm starting to get a headache.
Do you think it's the time of the year? That's why they're surrounding you right now, or with things going on?
I think it's because it's such an emotionally charged time of year, because my mom's house with my adopted siblings, they're all very spiritually gifted as well as my mom. So that house is just like a lighthouse in the dark for a spirit, as well as my husband doesn't like to admit it, but he's got some gifts as well. And for me, when things are emotionally charged, I tend to let down my guard, and then spirit's like, oh, she knows I'm here. I'm gonna.
The light's a little bit brighter, huh?
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm gonna read cards. Oh, she's open. She's open. She's not closed down.
How's your mom doing, by the way?
Oh, she's doing much better. So she has to still stay on the oxygen, but she is down to 1.5 liter, which is excellent. She has to schedule some appointments, and she'll be doing hopefully her walking test soon to get off the oxygen. We just followed up with the pulmonologist, so there's a lot of things she has to do just to ensure that her lungs stay healthy. But she's running around the house, like, even though she's tethered to that oxygen, she is running around as much as that tether will allow her. So she's doing really good.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great to hear.
All right, Agatha is next.
Aw, I love reading for Agatha. All right, Agatha, what do you want to take forward from this year? So I'm getting the impression that you're finally learning your backbone and your voice, and you're finally learning how to not take on what's yours and tell other people to handle their own stuff. I know from doing other readings for you and just from the emotions that I'm feeling that you are burdened with a lot of burdens that are not supposed to be yours. This card right here, just so we can see and understand what I'm seeing and that I'm not just going off of memory. This card represents carrying unnecessary burdens. You can see that the cute little gerbil has all these sticks on his back. He's not meant to be carrying. He's just overloaded. It's overbearing on him. So what you want to carry into 2026 is, I'm taking this as not carrying other people's burdens, and the fact that you are standing in your own and learning how to carry yourself and let your voice be heard and stand up and not do so much for other people. That's what you want to carry into 2026. What you want to leave behind this year is, how do I word this? We want to leave behind sorry, my brain just blanked. We want to leave behind the uncertainty of if we're properly communicating. We want to leave behind the uncertainty of, should I say that, shouldn't I say that, and just kind of trust in our gut and in our throat chakra and our voice that this needs to be said, and not worry about it and not have anxiety about it. What your New Year's resolution should be: Your New Year's resolution should really be to focus on finding that spark that makes you happy to live life again. Something that makes you excited about life. So whether you go out and find new hobbies, find new people to talk to, just change up your surroundings in general, your focus should be creating that spark in your life again, and not just living in the doldrums, boring day in and day out. Just find your fire, find what makes you you, or what used to make you you, and reignite it. What will be the hardest thing about keeping this resolution? I don't see that you're going to have a hard time because you got the sun on your side. I mean, unless being too positive and too happy might get in the way because it's forced. But besides, that's a potential outcome, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. And then, what does your heart advise you? Your heart advises you that there is more on the horizon, that you may have the opportunity to take the road less traveled, that you may be able to have big things coming your way. And your heart is advising you that if that happens, you should definitely consider it. Now, what does your head advise you? Again, we've got another wands. And this is the ace we're manifesting here. So again, focus on your fire. What makes you sparky? What makes you sassy? What makes you like so inexplicably you? Focus on that. And the as yet unknown future, it's going to be hectic. I'm not going to lie. But there's always an opportunity for positivity. And just don't hold on to what doesn't serve you. We keep getting the Four of Pentacles a lot tonight. So people are clinging to things in the earthly realms that they don't need to cling to. And I don't know if it's material possessions or if it's emotional, because sometimes I feel like with this card, people are clinging on to emotions that are so strongly tied to the earthly realm, or people in this realm that don't necessarily need to be clung to. So I hope that helps you.
I think you're giving good advice for everyone, honestly, tonight.
Yeah.
You know, hang on to stuff you don't need to.
Saw an orb behind who, Nathan?
Mhm.
Me? Well, that makes sense because I've got at least 3 people behind me.
They're big fans of the show. They want to hang out and watch the show with us. It's all good. Welcome.
All right, Dana. The next person we have is Sharon Metter.
All right. And I don't know if anybody's recently lost a father or a grandfather, but I definitely feel like someone I don't know's father is here, but they could be a grandfather. I don't know if that makes sense. Thank you. All right. What do we want to take forward from 2025 into 2026? Well, we want to take forward the ability to multitask without multitasking to the point where we burn ourselves out. So we want to take forward that ability because it's going to come very handy. There are going to be some points in 2026 where you are going to need that, but we also need to do that with caution. because we don't want to get so caught up in doing so many things at once that we forget to focus on what's really important. What are we going to leave behind in 2026? 2025 for you was the year, was your year of rest and spiritual revelations, and just kind of feeling stuck and not understanding that this is a time to listen to your inner voice instead of the outer voices. It looks like you're moving out of that, and you're going to start to see more movement in your life. What should your New Year's resolution be? You're the second person to get this tonight. Embrace change. Don't get so caught up in the routines and schedules and things that we rely on to keep ourselves stable that we forget to allow to have change happen, flow, and happen freely. What's going to be the hardest thing about keeping this? Well, that's going to be my brain wants to say silly bullshit. So not like, I feel like petty bullshit. Silly bullshit, petty bullshit. I feel like there might be some people in your life who you were like, oh my God, you are just ridiculous. Like, what? I can't understand why you're in my life. I feel like they might get in the way of that. So how does your heart feel about this? Your heart is telling you to trust your intuition, to trust your strength, and to understand that you got this. What does your head advises you? Well, your head is advising you to look at things from a perspective of learning and choose your words. Not everything needs to be a discussion. Look at how you can learn from the experience instead of how the experience is affecting you. And for what is going to come in 2026, you're going to get a lot of people in your life who are going to give you a feeling of nostalgia. Just be careful with them. That are you bringing them into your life, or are they acting the way that they're acting to, is that reminding you too much of the past and the things that you love, or are they truly filling your cup? And your wild card is sometimes the answers we are so desperately seeking are not found outside, they are found inside ourselves. And you should probably have found a lot of those answers with your hanged man period that you were stuck in. Just remember those answers moving forward. Don't forget who you are.
Everyone's has been really good. Like, positive.
This is a happy deck.
Yeah, it is.
This is the deck I give to people who can't handle bluntness.
A direct deck.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to go into the new year with happy
positivity
vibes.
Yeah.
And I think that's key, because I tell you what, I've noticed a lot of people here recently that like just look at everything it's like everything so negatively. Like it could be the smallest thing and they make it negative, and it's just not a good thing. Everything is not the end of the world. Sometimes things are just things, and they shall pass.
Yeah. So it's like one of the things, especially like if you're someone like me who has PTSD and dealt with trauma in your past, like your body's constantly in fight and flight, and you're always assessing the risks. So it makes it really hard to live in the moment and be positive. But I find that like one thing I do is I let myself get excited over sparkly things that I see in the store. Fuzzy stuffed animals, fuzzy blankets, fuzzy pajamas, fuzzy socks, like stupid little things that can bring me a moment of joy, because that moment of joy is a glimmer, and that multiple glimmers can lead to a good day.
Yep. Somebody once said to me not too long ago, I heard them say, You've got to romanticize your life. So little things that just make you feel special, you just got to do it. And that's not like
Yeah.
going to get a manicure, go and get a pedicure. Having a little fancy glass you drink your collagen out of every day,
It's the
or
small things.
Yeah.
Add
little
up.
things that just make you feel good. Lighting a candle when you come home, like anything.
Absolutely.
All right,
Whatever
we
helps.
got-
Whatever can get you through the day, you know?
exactly. Michelle Wilfong is next.
Okay, Michelle, let's see what we got for you. All right, so what we are going to leave behind, what we are going to take forward, I'm getting backwards. What we're going to take forward into 2026 is we should be taking forward the action, the ability to just make it happen. I feel like the first thing I got when I was putting these cards down was fear. And I don't know if maybe it was just because you had a lot of uncertainty in 2025, if it was a hard year, you didn't know if you were going to make it through, if maybe there's some traumatic events that have happened the last couple years that you're just carrying through. But it looks like you had started to take action and really just get yourself together. So that action and that manifestation of what you want your life to be and the ability to say, I'm done with the bullshit and I'm making changes, that is what you should bring into 2026. Now, what we should leave behind is you also had a year of stagnancy and stuckness where you were supposed to be spiritually reflecting. So we want to leave behind that stale, stagnant energy, but still keep the good lessons that we learned. What your New Year's resolution should be is it's time to rest. It is time to, you've had a lot of battles you had to fight. You're another person whose nervous system is probably in overdrive this year. This is the year for safety and to learn that a lot of these battles are over and it's okay to not be hypervigilant right now. It's okay to rest and focus on you. What the hardest thing about keeping this is going to be is I feel like you have a lot of people in your life. Maybe like an extended family, maybe a large family, or maybe a lot of people in your life who you consider family who are going to like possibly expect a lot from you, and it's going to make it harder for you to, like, you might want to fight their battles for them. But this is really the year about you stepping back and just resting. What your heart is going to advise you, your heart's going to advise you that it's time to start planting the seeds for a new you and a new future. And to plant those seeds, water them, nurture them, sit back and watch them grow. This isn't about everybody else. This is about you. This is about the time that you deserve, that you worked so hard for. What your head advises you is your head advises you that this is the time to refine your spark, refine your fire, find those things that ignite your passion, that make you you again, because you're drained. And you need to find that back. And it looks like there may be a heartbreak or some bad news in 2026 that's going to get to you, but it's not the end of the world, because our flyer is going to give us a little bit more insight. You got a couple. So it looks like there is going to be a period in time where everybody where there's going to be too many cooks in the kitchen. There's going to be too much going on, and you're just going to have to take a step back and be like, yeah, no, I'm not a part of this. You're just going to have to learn how to use your words more eloquently and stand up for yourself and just tell people like it is. And you're also just going to have to learn how to cut off those things that no longer serve you and move forward. And you might even have to accept apologies that you never accept the apologies that you never received to move forward. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a good year. It just means that you really have to focus on resting and getting yourself into a better mental space so that you can handle it when these things come up. Remember, not everybody's battle is yours to fight, even if you want to. People can learn on their own.
All right, next we have Kevin.
Alrighty. Oh, Kevin, you had a crappy year. I'm sorry. Alrighty, so what do you want to take forward with you? Looks like you had a lot of lessons this year. You had a lot of heavy shit go on. What you want to take forward with you? What you want to take forward with you is the lessons you learned and not the negativity of the crappy year. So just remember to move forward, leave the baggage behind, leave the pain behind, remember the lessons and move forward. What you want to leave behind is that feeling of constantly needing to fight and constantly needing to battle and constantly needing to get the upper ground. We can kind of sit on that this year. What your New Year's resolution should be. Your New Year's resolution should be focusing on manifesting the best life possible for you. Planting the seeds, watching it grow, nurturing the soil, watering the soil, getting your plant enough sunshine, getting those seeds enough sunshine so that you can have more abundance and a more fulfilling life going future. Remember that this might take some time, but as long as you water and tend to the seeds, you will grow a bountiful crop and you will get the things that you were working towards. What is going to be the hardest thing about keeping this is the things that you're grieving, the losses that you're grieving, whether they be physical, people, loved ones, the loss of a lifestyle, the loss of a friendship, the loss of a job, like the things that you were grieving, and kind of that mindset of being focused on the negative is going to be the hardest thing for that. Not saying that you have that mindset, I'm just saying that it might creep in. Now, what does your heart advise you? Your heart is advising you that you are standing on the edge looking into the future, that you are going to have a journey ahead of you and it is going to be a positive journey. What does your head advise you? Your head advises you to trust your intuition and remember that even in the darkest night, the moon illuminates. And what is unknown? What is an unknown thing about the future of 2026? That there is going to be abundance and generosity that is going to come to you. And you just need to sit in your power and understand who you are.
Good advice.
Mhm.
I think a lot of these are been about taking your power back and healing,
Yeah.
and
I feel like we lost our power since COVID, and we're all just kind of wandering around because that was such a so traumatic. And it takes a long time to come back from trauma. Your wild card is that it looks like the things that are going to fill your cup and make you whole are going to come in 2026, as well as you may get some news that sparks some emotion in you. And sorry if 2020. Oh, Mr. Snuffles.
oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not a show with Dan without a cat popping up.
That's right. We've already had the dogs show up. Now the cat had to show up.
Yeah, little,
Mr. Snuffles.
but
His real name is Creamy, but he snuffles when he breathes. He's like, and he makes a snuffly sound, so he's Mr. Snuffles.
I like Mr. Snuffles.
Yes. All right. Next we have that girl.
Hello, that girl.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Mish. It's always what's next.
It 100% is.
But we all just got to stick together, and
That's
be
right.
there for each other.
All right. Yes, he's my handsome creamsicle.
Creamsicle.
All right, vet girl. So what do you want to take from 2025 into 2026? You want to take balance. And I kind of feel like you want to put some people in their place. You have to serve up some justice. Let's focus on putting things in their place. Let's focus on seeking balance instead of seeking justice. Let karma take care of it for you. What do we want to leave behind? We want to leave behind anything that might be too good to be true. And I kind of feel like you might have people in your life who just say whatever needs to be said to get what they want. We need to leave them behind too. What your New Year's resolution should be. Your New Year's resolution should be see the opportunities for what they are. See the opportunities for what they are and stay out of your own head. What's going to be the hardest thing about this is going to be your own emotions. You're going to have to fact check yourself a lot so that you can kind of keep yourself with the right balance of head, heart, and emotion and intuition. I feel like you might have had you have some grief that you're working through too, whether there's many different kinds of grief. It doesn't necessarily have to be the grief over a person. You can grieve many things, and you're going to need to work towards that and fact check yourself so that you can work towards your New Year's resolution. Now, what does your heart say about this? And what does your heart advise you as far as having a good year ahead? Your heart is advising you to be open and to not shut down. And your head is telling you that you have the strength to get through, and that the strength that you have is beautiful, and it doesn't necessarily, not all warriors carry swords. And what you're going to see in 2026 that is not you. I cannot talk tonight. What
Yeah,
you're
it's been a
going
long
to
show.
see
You said you've been talking
is,
a lot, so
in 2026 is change. You're going to see change.
yeah, I will definitely be tongue tied if I was saying as much as you have tonight. So don't even sweat it.
And to think, I normally work in customer service, so I usually talk all day. In my new job, I don't have to talk as much, but I was talking a lot today. All right, we're just going to do a random pull here. And you are going to go into your it girl era. You are going to go into your goddess era. Now, I don't know if 2026 is necessarily going to be your goddess era or if it's going to be the foundation of your goddess era, but it is coming.
All right, next we have the visionary Eric J.
I like that name. The
I do
Visionary.
too.
Not just Eric, the visionary.
The Visionary Eric J.
Alrighty, so what do we want to take from 2025 into 2026? We want to take balance. We want to take the things that are right, and move forward and take anything that's imbalanced, unstable, or wrong. Well, obviously, we don't want to take the stuff that's wrong with 2026, 2025, but you know what I mean. We want to take the balance that we are learning to achieve and that we may have already have achieved from 2025 into 2026. What do we want to leave behind? We want to leave behind being stuck in our own head. It is time to get out of the head and into the body and around people as much as you can reasonably deal with, because I understand people suck. What should your New Year's resolution be? Your New Year's resolution should be work on control. I am getting the feeling that you may be feeling a little out of control. I don't know if it's external circumstances are making you feel like your life is out of control, or if this has something to do with controlling your emotions or things like that. We definitely don't want to focus on controlling people. If we have to control people, then we don't need them in our lives. They're just not meant for us. Because the people who are in our lives, they shouldn't need to be tamed. They should just click with us. They should just flow with us. And anybody that you want to control or feel the need to, is just, they're just not vibing with you. But I feel like you might have some issues with control. I'm not really getting the context, but you might want to work on that, whether it's a lack of control or a need for control. What's going to be the hardest thing about this is the fact that you are such a hard worker and you really put your nose to the grindstone, and that you kind of get so focused on what you're doing that you sometimes like stop and forget like everything else that's going on. What does your heart tell you about 2026? Well, your heart is telling you that this is the time to sit in your throne and be more empathetic. It's always possible. It's always possible to be more empathetic, but don't let the empathy control you. But sit in your power, know who you are, and understand that you can be a king or a queen from a place of empathy, and empathy can bring power. What is your head telling you? Your head is telling you to always seek the higher ground, always seek the advantage point. Because if you have the vantage point or the advantage point, then you'll be able to see situations more clearly for what they are. And what is the unknown future about 2026? Well, you are going to have some time where you are going to feel stuck. Remember, that stillness is for a reason. You are stuck in that situation or stuck in that moment because you have a lesson that you need to learn from it. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you or anything like that. It's just because you need that time to take a break and learn a lesson. And when you learn a lesson, you'll start to bring yourself out of that stagnant energy.
So I think we're going to cut it off at Melissa DeSantis. That was the last one we got coming in for a reading. That's going to be the cutoff. And if anybody else comes in the chat, they can join. They can come see you personally, or just come on the show. Join us next time we have you on the show, which probably sometime next month. So
yeah, my I got one more card for this.
awesome.
So your wild card for 2026 is, again, focus on rest. Focus on rest. Creamy agrees. All right. So is Melissa the last one?
No, Mish is next.
Mish is next. Okay.
Yep.
I should start a page, readings by Creamsicle.
There it is.
I'll just lay all the cards out and let him pick them.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
I feel like I would lose so many cards in my deck if I did that.
For one time though, that would be a lot of fun just to see,
Yeah. I have 4 cats. They could all get to a pick and I could get a 4-card spread.
It's got to be a cat tarot card.
Oh, there's tarot cards.
Yeah, there's lots.
All right. So it looks like Mish is really working on leaving behind the things that no longer serve you. You are going to want to take that journey into 2026. So it looks like you've been really cleaning out your emotional closets, and you want to continue to clean out your emotional closets in 2026. What you want to leave behind from 2025 is, the word in my head is grumpiness. The word in my head is grumpiness. I'm not sure if there was just a lot going on and you were just overstimulated this year and it was making you short and snapping with people. But I feel like whatever that energy is that I'm describing, that I hope that you understand that I'm picking up on, that's what you want to leave behind. So whether or not you just like do something for you, do something that makes you happy, meditate, journal, walk, all the positive mental health stuff, use that to continue to use that so that you can leave this grumpiness or this icky energy that I'm picking up from behind. What your New Year's resolution should be? Your New Year's resolution, it looks like we need to focus on ending cycles. Ending cycles that are in our lives that no longer serve us. Now, what's going to be harder? Possibly a lot of people in there still alive. What is going to be hard about this? What's going to be hard about putting an end to these cycles, or these curses, or whatever you want to call them, generational trauma, stuff like that? What's going to be hard is you're not going to feel like you have the upper ground at times. Stand firm in yourself, because when you make the choice to end a cycle, it can be hard. But once you make the choice to do it, following through is easy as long as you're committed. What does your heart say about this? Or what does your heart say about 2026? Your heart is saying you need to rest, that you need a spiritual and emotional rest. And I'm feeling like this is the theme for 2026, that we all need a spiritual and emotional rest. And we need to look in the ways to do that. What your head is saying? Well, your head is saying find balance and right what's wrong. And I feel like that is a specific message for you, and you are going to know what's wrong and how to fix it. What we have for the unseen future of 2026, well, we want to learn how to communicate in a way that isn't, we want to learn more different ways to communicate, so that way, if you're in a situation where something isn't working, you can reassess, readjust, and move forward. And it's not just like, this is how I say it and that's it. Like, you can learn how to readjust what needs to be said so that your message comes through clearly. And your wild card for 2026 is you need to sit on your throne and take your crown back. And it's okay if the fire inside you is negative, as long as you can harness it and turn it into something positive.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Man, this chair is not comfortable.
All right, Melissa DeSantis.
The final one.
You're welcome, Mish. You're welcome, Teresa. I'm losing cards left and right.
Cards say, I quit.
They got a mind of their own.
Oh, that was a flyer. All right, so Melissa, what you want to take forth with you into 2026 is that fire that is pushing you to move forward and move fast. What you want to leave behind is the feeling of, should I stay or should I go? Should I stick with the devil I know or go with the devil I don't know? What your New Year's resolution should be is to grieve what is lost, but not focus on the grief. Allow your space to grieve what is lost, but don't let it consume you. What's going to be the hardest thing about this? You saw I shuffled the deck. Because even though I know a little bit about your situation, you saw I shuffled the deck. And I'm going to show you right now with no explanation what is going to be the hardest thing about your New Year's resolution. Can you guys read that?
I can't read it, but you know.
You know.
It's the Lovers.
Ooh, the Lovers.
Yes. Take that as you will. What does your heart advise you about having a good year? Your heart is advising you to seek community, to seek guidance from higher up, and to seek assistance from those who are knowledgeable. So you need to reach out to those who are more knowledgeable, those who are going to offer you some sense of community, and just really help you out. What your head says about this, your head says it's time to stop juggling plates that aren't yours to juggle. And what can we tell you about 2026, the unknown future? You are going to manifest the pentacles. So you are going to manifest wealth, health, home, stability. Those are the themes of the things that you are going to manifest this year. And your wild card, is sit in your power, take back your fire, let your tongue burn things down when necessary, but do it wisely. Pick your battles, but don't forget that you're a badass bitch.
Yes, she is. I mean, we're all badass bitches in here, so.
Every last one.
Ryan.
Oh, that was a badass bitch.
Ooh-wee.
Well, that was good. Is there any more cards for Melissa? Because sometimes I talk before you're done. So
No.
okay. Okay. We are all badass bitches. And freaks here.
Oh, I'm so happy I could help you with that.
That's right,
You
Kevin.
and your,
Badasses unite.
You and your soothing voice, Dana. You did good.
That's our theme
You
for
did good.
2026.
Yep.
Badass bitches unite.
The year of the badass bitch. 2026.
Yes. Take back our power.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
rest. Let's heal, and let's take back our power.
You know, user, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name. OU 8655309. You want to know what's coming up in 2026? Check out Divination by Dana on Facebook and give her a like, send her a message, and she will let you know what's going on.
Yeah. And I got my messenger fixed. So when people message me, I actually get the messages now. I'm not locked out of my Divinations by Dana Messenger. You can also reach out to me on Instagram, Divinations by Dana. My TikTok isn't really up and running because I can't get back into my readings one, so I just kind of use my personal one, but you can find me there as well as Divinations by Dana at Gmail.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Well, Dana, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us tonight. And
Oh, it's always so much fun.
This was good. I think
I
it's
think
good
everybody
to,
needed it.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah, and I'm glad you were to come on and join us. And we may have to do the same thing at the end of 2026.
Yeah. Why not?
Heck
Why
yeah.
not?
All right. Well, guys, it's been a fun show, but we've got to sign off mostly because my butt is killing me right now. I gotta get up and walk around some. And so I've been like this the whole, like towards the end. I'm like, oh my god. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Dana, thank you.
Yes, thank
for
you,
coming
Dana.
on. Hope you guys have a great new year. Next week, we welcome Rachel Krebs Tresla from
Woohoo!
Sinister Sisters. Next week is going to be the month of evidence review. So we've got Rachel Krebs Tresla coming on next week. Broken Wings coming off, Paranormal coming on the week after that. And 13th Floor Haunted Media Productions is going to be after that. And then we've got Hanover Tavern Paracon on the last Monday of the month. So guys, we have so many great shows coming at you in January. We will see you Tuesday night. Same freaking awesome time.
Same freaking awesome show.
Have a good one.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Happy New Year.